Half of boomers and late Gen Xers who took early retirement during the first COVID wave have fallen into poverty. Now, this is from a UK study, but this is a Yahoo Finance article here. In the UK, 48% of the 812,000 50 to 70-year-olds who retired in 2021 are now living in poverty. That is stark. Their annual income is below 60% of the average household. One of the researchers of this report for the Institute of Fiscal Studies said it is often assumed that older people who left the workforce during the pandemic were wealthy individuals retiring in comfort. But that's not the case. The researchers found that many older people who left work in the first year of the pandemic have had to cut their food expenditure by $77 per week and have had lower levels of well-being than previous cohorts of people who had stopped working. Their health was worse than those who had been out of the workforce for much longer. So previous retirees had better health. Those that retired or walked away from work during COVID had worse health. And COVID affected them. Pre-pandemic retired workers didn't have to substantially change their food expenditure upon leaving the workforce. Many quit without a state or private pension income to support them, so the researchers have summarized that this suggests that workers were forced to leave the workforce as opposed to retiring in comfort. So the takeaway here is these were men and women who were not in good health, and COVID had a profound impact on them that it didn't have on others, and they couldn't work anymore. And not only could they not work physically, they had to walk away from work. They didn't have retirement funds. They didn't have investments to where they could sustain the same lifestyle. And as a result, they have fallen into poverty. Now, in contrast, those who retired the year during the Great Resignation have enjoyed the same living standards and well-being as they did pre-pandemic, suggesting they were more likely to leave the workforce voluntarily because they could. They had the comfort. They prepared, and so they could. So the research shows that many older workers were swept out of work by the coronavirus pandemic rather than this being a positive choice. And I think this is absolutely sound mathematics to make the comparison that if this is true in the UK, then a percentage of this, the percentages are probably similar here in the United States. Now, I reveal this just to say it is not too late for you to invest, to change your lifestyle, to have margin. But I really want you to rethink retirement. Not this moment where I just stop and I never do anything again and I begin to search for meaning, because that's what will happen. My mental, emotional, and physical health declines when I just retire and do nothing but fun things and naps. So I want you thinking about what does that last season look like? Because it's better for you. And financially gives you even more options if you've got retirement funds and margin to be able to make the choices, do what you want, when you want, where you want, and why you want to do it.